Chelsea cruised to a 3-0 victory at St Mary's Stadium after a dominant performance against Southampton. Watch until the end of this match review to hear all of my thoughts on the game. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my review of the game which took place on Sunday afternoon, with kickoff being at 2:15 PM UK time between Southampton and Chelsea at the St Mary's Stadium in the Premier League, which Chelsea won by 3-0. So what I am going to do for you guys in terms of this review is that firstly I am going to give you the lineup in which Sarri put on the pitch to start the game with, then I'll give you my thoughts on the game itself, and then I'll give you my thoughts on how the Chelsea team are doing right now, my thoughts on the international break, and then my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture against Manchester United in less than 2 weeks' time at the time of this recording. So without further ado, let's get straight into this review. Now, getting into the lineup in which Maurizio Sarri fielded at the start of the game on Sunday against Southampton, and starting off with the formation, it was a 4-3-3 with the deep line playmaker involved. Now, getting straight into the personnel, Maurizio Sarri went with Kepa in goal. He went with a back four of Cesar Azpilicueta at right back, a centre-back pairing of David Luiz and Antonio Rudiger, with Marcos Alonso at left back. He went with a midfield three of Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role, with Ross Barkley and N'Golo Kante just ahead of him. Now, in the front three, Maurizio Sarri decided to go with Willian and not Pedro. On the right hand side, he decided to go with Eden Hazard on the left and Olivier Giroud up front. That was the lineup in which Maurizio Sarri fielded at the start of the game, which I slightly disagreed with. I thought that Pedro, Alvaro Morata and Mateo Kovacic should have started, but I understand why they didn't start, and I'm not the manager, so fair dues. It also worked, so fair dues. But that is the lineup in which Maurizio Sarri fielded at the start of the game. Now, getting into my thoughts on the game itself, and starting off with the first half, I thought that the first half performance was really good from Chelsea. It was a dominant performance in all honesty, although we allowed Southampton to have a 5-minute spell where they controlled the game a little bit and had a few chances of their own, most notably through Danny Ings, who managed to miss from a few yards out. Unlucky on their part, but I don't really care. The goal itself, in which we scored in the first half, was really good. Ross Barkley managed to pick up the ball or win the ball back in midfield, and he gave it off to Eden Hazard, who was in a forward position. And what does he do? He gets into the box and he puts it round the keeper, and that was 1-0. It was 1-0 at half time. Now, getting into the second half, I thought that we carried our first half momentum into the second half, and we controlled the game. We did allow Southampton to have another 5-minute spell in the game where they put us on the back foot and had a few chances of their own. They could have scored in the second half and the first half, but they didn't, and that's good on Chelsea's part, I guess. But the Ross Barkley goal, I can't remember who put the ball into the box, but it fell to Olivier Giroud, who tried to bicycle kick it into the goal. It didn't pull off, it evaded the whole Southampton defence, and it fell to Ross Barkley, and he tapped it in from close range to bag his first Chelsea goal. Good news for him. Getting into the third goal, Alvaro Morata came on for Olivier Giroud, who did put in a really good performance for the Blues, and I'm proud of him, although he didn't score. He was unlucky, he did try though. But getting into the Alvaro Morata goal, he did miss a chance just before he scored, but the goal itself, really instinctive, sexy finish from him. He managed to dink it over the goalkeeper, and he didn't really celebrate, but it was a really good goal, and I'm proud of him for scoring and getting two goals in consecutive games. Let's hope that he goes on a goal scoring run now. Overall, a really dominant performance from Chelsea, and we deserved the win. No questions about that. We deserved the win. We were much the better side throughout the game. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to respond. Now, to conclude this match review, I am going to give you my thoughts on how Chelsea are doing as of now, then my thoughts on the international break, and then lastly my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming matchday 9 fixture in the Premier League against Manchester United, which will be played on the 20th of October at Stamford Bridge, with kickoff being at 12:30 PM UK time. So getting into my thoughts on how Chelsea are doing as of now, I believe that Chelsea are playing really well, and I believe that the players are playing for each other, the managerial staff and the fans, and I also believe that the players are getting to understand what Maurizio Sarri really wants from them, which is really good. It shows that the team are like a utopia at the moment, and that's really good. Hopefully Chelsea continue to do that after the international break. Now getting into my thoughts on the international break itself, it couldn't have come at a better time, could it? Note the sarcasm. I don't really like international breaks, but yeah, hopefully the players get some good game time for their countries, and hopefully they come back fresh. I believe that the international break can affect our players in more than one way. The first way is that it can cause some of our players who haven't been playing to get some game time for their countries, although in some ways that wouldn't really make sense. But if that was to happen, then that would be good, as that can build their confidence and also their match fitness. Who knows? And the second way that can impact us is that it can cause our players to get fatigued, have injuries or illnesses. Hopefully the latter doesn't happen, and hopefully our players come back fit from the international break, ready to face Manchester United or ready to be selected for the game against Manchester United. Butchered that there. But now to really conclude this review, I'm going to give you my thoughts on our upcoming fixture against Manchester United. As of now, I believe that we can beat them, because I believe that we're playing much better than they are. Like I said earlier, we are playing as if we are a utopia. Manchester United, I can't say the same about them. They are playing as if they are a dystopia. They aren't really playing that well. Against Newcastle, they only just got the 3-2 win. I thought that they were really poor. I didn't necessarily watch the game, but I did watch the highlights. And again, I thought that they were really poor. And I listened to what Alan Shearer and Ian Wright had to say about them, and they pretty much just said the same thing. So as of now, I believe that we can beat them, and I believe that we could beat them comfortably, but we'll just have to see after the international break. So that concludes my review. I'll see you all very soon for some more videos. I will be doing Chelsea videos during the international break, but as of now, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Come on, you Blues, and peace.